Since my bike passed its MOT and tyres are likely to be on non-emergency type stuff and may not be able to be got hold of quite quickly enough, I've arranged to have my tyres replaced completely today. Sticking with the same tyres, they've done 7,500 miles. They were great in terms of the MOT, passed without any trouble. So maybe another 1,000 or so miles in them. So I'm actually well chuffed with them. And I'm sticking with the same ones again. Roadtec 01's is what I'm going for. A bit more expensive this year, 350 quid. But most of the tyres tend to last me about 5,000 miles and cost 250, 300, so it's not a bad price to pay. Now, in case you're wondering, I am classed as a key worker, and I've just had 2 weeks off work because my wife is borderline into the high risk group. 2 weeks ago, when it was announced that people with certain conditions should not go out for 12 weeks, on the list were the conditions that my wife had, but they were a bit vague. So they said if you're on steroids, for example, but they didn't really go into much detail. Now, over the last fortnight, the advice has been changing day by day, and it's become clearer who counts as being in the high risk group and has to be shielded, and who isn't. Now, some of the medication that my wife takes turns out to be below the threshold for requiring shielding, and although she has some medication which is immunosuppressant, it's a kind that means that she's in a moderate risk. So in principle she has to do the same as everybody else. She's happy about that because it means that she can go out for exercise. Can infrequently go to the shops. Now, we have a car, but it's a Motability car and my wife goes in it with me. And the most dangerous thing I'm going to be doing from her perspective is going to work. So what I want is to leave the car alone as much as possible and ride the bike as much as I can instead. The virus apparently lives for around 3 days on solid surfaces, 3 hours in the air, and some variation between the two on clothing. So if I don't use the car for 4 or 5 days, which I think I can manage, there'll be no virus in there, which means she's safe. She also doesn't go anywhere near my bike. So even if I come home from work with a virus on it, she's not going to get it. And I've got hangers in the bike shelter where I can put my bike gear on. So when I come home, I can strip all my bike gear off. A bottle of disinfectant by the back door so I can disinfect my hands before I go in. So I'll be keeping her as safe as I can by doing that. In the 2 weeks I've been off, I've got into a routine. I get out of bed in the morning, the first thing I do is run round and disinfect everything. Everything that might get touched. So all the door handles, chairs, remote controls, mobile phones, all of those things have been getting disinfected when I get up. Dishes, well, I'm the only person that really goes out in a great extent, so it's likely to be me that comes in with something on my hands. And it's like a nightmare trying to work out backwards. Is it possible for me to touch something without having washed my hands first? And there always is, you can't get around it. So for dishes, I put them in a bowl full of bleach, diluted bleach, not full strength, and I leave them there for a little while and put them in the dishwasher. And then they go on an intensive wash, so the bleach is removed. And I wash my hands regular. As soon as I go into the kitchen, I wash my hands. As soon as I go into the bathroom, I wash my hands. It's all such a difficult thing, and you can never, ever guarantee that you've got everything. You really can't. Now, in principle, I don't actually know my way out of here, but because we're not allowed to queue up outside the bike shop or anything like that, I've had to walk around, so I know where I am. That's it then, my new tyres. Bike's done 41,946 miles. See how many miles it's done when I come to replace it again. But I'm not expecting to have to replace them for a while, as it happens. Now, to get back to what I was talking about before, about high risk things. Me taking a dog for a walk is not particularly high risk. It's only me that touches the dog lead, nobody else. And I don't touch anything when I'm out the house. That's not particularly high risk. I'm not overly worried about things like that. But going to a supermarket, which as it happens I don't do very often, I don't know who's touched those trolleys. I'm going to be going out there shopping and arriving home with God knows what on my hands. So I've got a bottle of disinfectant in the car, and I'll be disinfecting the trolley handles before I use them, and then of course washing my hands when I get in. Going to work, I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I don't have a desk with my name on it, so to speak, so anybody could have been at that desk before me. So I don't know what they're going to say when I start spraying disinfectant everywhere, which is what I will be doing. And of course riding the bike means I don't touch the car. Car sat there for like 6 or 7 days last time, and it'll be 4 or 5 days before it gets used again. so it'd be free from this nasty virus that's knocking about, and I've had to take my missus to hospital appointments or anything like that. I can do it without her coming into contact with anything that she shouldn't. That's why we're using the bike for work. Well, for the first time in a long time, it says my tank's empty. That's a bit worrying. I think I should really go and fill up. Now the road network it's a bit weird. You would think I'd be able to go straight up there and there'd be a place for me to get off and go to Aston. I think there might be, but I'm not 100% sure from this direction. I'm liking these tyres again. There's absolutely easy. As it happens, didn't really have it in my head to go and get petrol today. So I haven't brought any disinfectant with me. Oh yeah, I could have come straight along there. Oh well, never mind, eh? I'll be going the contactless. Oh sorry, pay at pump. And I'll probably keep my gloves on, in all honesty. At least when I come to touch the pump. It's just so easy with these tyres, it's unbelievable. You just decide what you want to do it. The tyres don't really object. You're not feeling any resistance from them at all. Bloody brilliant. Right, I have to take my gloves off to go and get my card. And unfog my glasses. Fortunately, the helmet camera is pointing in the opposite direction, so you won't be able to see me key and my PIN number. Right, let's get the tank open. I forgot to put my gloves back on. What an idiot. Well, it looks as though there was plenty of fuel in it. I only put in 18 litres. And I think it's a 20 odd litre tank, so yeah, there was still plenty of fuel there. But yeah, the price has gone down. £1 2p a litre, 102.7. Right then, let's get home. Oh, brilliant.